While it has served me well, it is finally time to replace the Air Travel Backpack too small. I think I'm going to get something in the 40 to 45 liter range, so it's time for a gear hunter video. So for those that don't remember, or this is your first time joining me, I'm Lamar, this is MF and Research, and I'm going to explain what it means to be a gear hunter video. So I take an online approach, kind of similar to House Hunters, where I take 3 to 5 of my top choices in a particular category. I rate them on materials, design, interior and exterior functionality, the style, and whatever else I want to look at. Since I'm not giving any of these bags and I buy them with my own money and I don't want to get in the habit of buying and send it back, I'll usually buy and at the end show you what the winner was. And in an upcoming video in the future, I'll actually do a deep dive and review the bag that I select. Before we get started, I've got a few honorable mentions that you might want to consider as well. I've got the Mystery Ranch Mission Rover 45, Patagonia Black Hole MLC, Double and Co Adventure Bag, the Topo Design Travel Brief, and for this list, any of those travel duffels that can also serve as a backpack, I excluded them from the list as well. Also, I know the 40 liter Tom Talk travel backpack is popular. I didn't add that as well because a buddy of mine got it and it's gonna come up in a future review. So for the 3 bags, I've got the Pakt Travel Backpack, the Pakt Design Travel Backpack, and I've got the Thule Aion, all in that 40 to 45 liter range. So let's dig in and let's start with material. So the Pakt Travel Backpack comes in at 500D on the exterior. It's got a 70D light gray recycled interior. It's got a PFC water resistant coating. It's got YKK zippers, and that's about it that stands out on the material. On the Pakt Design Travel Backpack, it's got a little bit more going on. It's got a 400D, 100% recycled nylon canvas. It's got a DWR impregnated interior and is double poly coated for water resistance. If you're interested in the sage color, it does come 100% blue sign approved. On the liner, they have a different material and it's a 900D waterproof bottom. It's got a gray nylon interior. All hardware is anodized aluminum and it's got glass reinforced nylon. It's got ultra zips. It's their in-house zipper and I've heard pretty good things about it, so I guess it's pretty comparable to YKK. And throughout the bag, there's different pops of leather act. On the Thule Aion, it's got 100% recycled polyester. It's blue sign approved. It's got a 600D wax canvas shell. It's got a water resistant coating free of PFCs. And there's no real mention on the strength of the interior, but I'm sure it's pretty comparable. Even though it's got the lowest denier, I had to go with the Pakt Design for the winner in the material category. The 900D reinforced bottom does give an extra nod for extra reinforcement because that's where your bag's going to take the most beating. Also, I had to give a nod for the leather accents throughout the bag. All right, now internal utility or storage and organization, depending on what you want to call it. Starting with the Pakt again, it has 2 compartments for packing. This one is unique in that the laptop pocket is sandwiched in between the 2 sides. It's got an expandable compartment that's capable of fitting a day pack. Pakt also has their own day pack that you can add in there as well, but you can add your own if you've already got one. On the interior, there's a daisy chain system to clip some of your favorite or quick use items at the top for easy access. And on the back, there's a unique pocket where you can take everything out of your pockets as you go through TSA. And the zippers, they don't seem to be waterproof, or I can't see anywhere where it says that they are. Next up, the Pakt Design Backpack. We'll talk about the volume a little bit different because that's unique, but it can expand or contract to meet your needs. And the way the bag is set up, there's a mesh compartment that you can use as a divider on the inside. There's a pocket that you can store that divider if you don't really want to use it. While it has a small one, I think it's missing a true admin section on that quick access pocket. There's a light gray interior and there's side access to the main compartment that's especially beneficial if you have a camera that you're using. It also has laptop and tablet storage. On the Thule Aion, one of the unique features is there's an internal roll top bag that you can keep in or take out. You can use it to either store shoes or your dirty clothes, and that's something the other bags don't have. There's a quick access pouch. This one's different because the laptop access is on the side. You'll get the laptop and the tablet access. There's also additional tech storage on the inside as well if you need that. This one has a large main compartment with a smaller zipper compartment on the side. There's compression straps and there's an admin panel in the front. And this interior, while it's not your orange or yellow or any of those bright colors or gray, it's unique in that it's a light blue. For this one, the winner in storage and organization has to go to Pakt for me. There's just a lot of configuration, there's a lot of different compartments, and you can use as much or as little of the bag as you want to. And I think it fits most with what I would use as a packing style. I think if you want to incorporate camera gear, I think Pakt Design comes out the best for you. And Thule is just a simple bag on the interior, and for some people, they like it that way. So next up is price. The Pakt Travel Backpack comes in at $345, but if you join their email list, you can save 10%, and that puts you at about $310. The Peak Design comes in at $299, and if you join their email list, I think you get $10 off and free shipping, what comes in around $289. And the Thule Aion, it comes in around $199, but I've seen it as low as $159 depending on what color you get. While it's on REI and Backcountry and sites like that, I don't think that the 20% off discount applies on those sites for the Thule. And now the winner. This one's pretty simple, given that the Thule Aion is almost half the price of some of the other choices on here. I had to go with the lowest price in this case, so the winner goes to Thule Aion. And now for size and dimension. The Pakt Travel Backpack comes in at 45 liters. It comes in with a measurement of 23 by 13 by 9 and weighs in right around 4.4 pounds. One thing to note is that the expansion section extends about 7 centimeters or so, and it gives you a depth of an extra 10 to 15 liters. So this is a substantially bigger bag when you compare them to the other two. The Peak Design, in my opinion, the way it's marketed as a 45 liter bag is almost a little false, because it actually, to me, is a 35 liter bag that expands to 45 liters. And when you compress it, it compresses down to 30 liters. It's a little heavier, and it comes in at 4.5 pounds, and it measures in at 22 by 13 by 11. The Thule Aion, it's 40 liters, no expansion, no compression, just straight 40 liters. It comes in at 3.2 pounds, which makes it significantly lighter than the others. And it also comes in at a measurement of 20.5 by 13 by 9.1. And then this one, depending on your use case and depending on what you need and what you want, I had to make this one a tie for me. And this one's a tie between the Pakt Travel Backpack and the Thule Aion. I picked the Thule because it's got the lighter weight and the smaller footprint. And then I want the Pakt because it's got the larger footprint. So depending if you want more bag, you'd go Pakt. If you want a smaller bag in that range, you go Thule. And then because the Peak Design isn't really a 40 to 45 liter bag, it just expands into one in my opinion, it doesn't kind of fit the range for me. And now let's talk about exterior utility. How the bag functions and everything that's on the outside of the bag. First up, the Pakt Travel Backpack. It comes in black, forest, or ocean. It's got 2 front pockets for quick access. It's got 2 side handles. It's got a water bottle pocket. It's also got an accessory strap that you can use to mount a yoga mat or a tripod. It's got hidden access in the back pad. It comes with load lifters and a sternum strap. It's got a removable hip strap, and there's no strap keepers from what I could see. There is a luggage pass-through on the back, and while not a duffel bag, it looks like the shoulder straps can stow away for duffel carry. The Peak Design Travel Backpack comes in sage and black. It comes with 2 cord hooks for external carry, so you can cross it across the front. There's a removable sternum strap. The waist and shoulder straps stow under these magnetic flaps. There's a hidden external pocket. There's access to the main compartment from the front, the back, and the side. And there's top quick access as well. And there are theft deterrent zippers. There's also a waist strap included. The Thule Aion comes in black, Nutria, or dark slate. It has a duffel handle. There's no hip belt, but you can purchase their sling separately, and the sling bag fits in a back compartment and it serves as a hip belt. There's a front quick access pocket. There's a side laptop and tablet access. There's a double top handle. There's a small pocket on the top of the back pad. And on each of the sides of the bag in the front, there's a daisy chain system to lash items down if you need to. If you're going for that clean design, Thule has that minimal layout for you. But the winner for this one, to me, has to go to the Pakt Travel Backpack. To me, it has the most external usability and functionality. Peak Design to me seems like a mix between the two, so if you want that hybrid, it's right in the middle. And I will mention on the Thule, I'm not a big fan of having to purchase that hip strap separately. If you factor that in, that does change the price calculation a little bit, but it still comes in lower than the other two. So now aesthetics and style. While the Pakt Travel Backpack isn't an ugly bag, it does kind of remind me of a Ninja Turtle shell. That could just be my imagination because I've been watching Ninja Turtles with my 4-year-old a lot lately. The Peak Design Travel Backpack has different materials and it gives it the right amount of contrast to me. The back panel, I think I like it the most, and I'm digging that stowable strap concept. The colors are good choices and they bring out the features as well, depending on what color you pick. I also like that it's simple, but you can also tell that it's feature packed on the exterior as well. The Thule Aion, I like their take on wax canvas. I love wax canvas bags. I love the opportunity for a bag or any EDC item to patina if it can. While it's not true wax canvas, it is very similar. I am a fan of the streamlined approach on the exterior, but the handles on the top, they're a little weird to me. Again, nerd references. It reminds me of the antenna on Piccolo's head in DBZ. And the pleats in the top kind of lead me to believe that maybe there was something else that was gonna go right there. I don't know, but it just seems like it's a missed opportunity to use it. And the winner this time has to go to Peak Design. The pops of color, the different contrast and material, the layout that's a mix between technical and simplistic. I kind of like that approach the most. All right, next up for the last category, we've got warranties and returns. They all have a 30-day return period. Pakt has a lifetime warranty for defects and damage during use. Peak Design is probably the most different because it has defects and you can return the bag if you're not happy with it, or if there's a failure that renders the bag unfunctional. And last up, the Thule Aion, it's just the limited lifetime warranty against defect. The winner for me has to go to the Peak Design. While they all have 30 days, Peak Design is the only one where you can return it if you're not happy with the bag. The others, you have to have it in new condition, so that's an issue if you choose it and it doesn't work out for you. And now for the winner of the three. If you look at it, it's pretty close, but I'd have to go with the Pakt Travel Backpack. Just the functionality, the additional space, the usability, the ability to store a day pack right inside, take it out when I get on the plane, and then put it back so I just have one compact carry. It just seems the most usable, seems the most thought out. I like the bag. However, that price, that was a sticking point for me. So because of that, I changed my mind and I ended up going with the Thule Aion. It is already packed up right now. It's packed up for my trip, so I'm not gonna open it right now. For that price, I could get the Thule Aion. I could get this, an extra cigar, and a small bottle of whiskey too. So because of that, for this particular trip, I decided to go with the Thule Aion. Hopefully it works out for me. Let me know what you think. Let me know which bag you would have picked. If you have one of them, let me know what you think. There's a couple videos on the screen. Be sure to click those if you're interested in some of the other videos I've done. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. I'm out.